Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Naughty Thoughts. You may be wondering what is it about. I will tell you in a second. I will tell you, but I'm not completely sure because this is new. It's new for everyone, so there'll be a lot of surprises along the way.
A lot of naughty thoughts, people. A lot of naughty thoughts.
So here is a tip. EDYTA is already saying that a lot of naughty thoughts. What are those? We'll see. We'll see. It will come for EDYTA's mouth, from my mouth. We're gonna just be very frank and honest and transparent. So if you watched EDYTA's interview, you may already expect like what kind of topics are we going to explore today: relationships, beauty and challenges of life, psychology, motivation, but not like all these gurus are talking out there. We are very transparent and
Even
frank
better
people.
than that. Don't keep.
I agree. We're even better. And if you stay around, you'll see that we are even better. So if you haven't watched the EDYTA interview, I invite you to do that. I also encourage everyone to share, like, subscribe, because then you know what is it about. Okay, so stay around. We're going to brainstorm more or less what we're going to do here, because this is episode 0, and we count on some interactions to decide what to do. EDYTA, thank you for joining this journey.
To be really honest, I'm so excited about that. That's gonna be damn interesting, speaking to you. I'm Polish, living in Brazil. You are a Portuguese guy living in Europe. Yes, different experiences. Yeah, we all on the same path of healing, getting better, motivation path. Yes, exercising, developing. So it's gonna be a really nice time that we're gonna spend together talking. Yes.
Yeah. Talking is great. Talking, I think, is great. Like dialogue tells us so much. Sometimes we have something in our head, but we cannot find it on our own. We need someone else on the other side. We need this, this stimulation. It's not that obvious, but it comes that way. It's just having someone on the other side that with whom we can share that energy, and that's all we need to get in and access those thoughts.
Absolutely. God, I'm so excited. Yes, just I don't know where we start from. Yeah, so many thoughts. I just wanted to make a comment. Yes,
sure.
Because I work with a lot of people, European people, and what topic came today? Very from all my classes, people said EDYTA, I'm so down. I feel like my life is not being on the way in the place where I want it. I'm I don't know where to find motivation. Yeah. And they were talking about purpose. I don't know what's my life purpose. And we had this insight with all my students today that life purpose is something that you take decision that it is your life purpose. You decide about your life purpose, not that it comes to you and appears magically. Just decide and you go and you just go for it. And we all need that, right? This motivation to act, to do this. All of us, we have to be looking forward to something.
Yes.
To actually, stand up in the morning, have this discipline, not motivation. Motivation is bullshit, motivation.
Discipline. And you were just telling me before we went live, we had a very busy day. We were up since 5. Now, what time is it in Brazil that people will know?
Oh, now it's 4 o'clock.
So that's 11 hours back to back.
Yes, I haven't eaten, but I'm so glad. Yes, people, let me tell you, if you do work you love, even though it's difficult, you feel like they pay you for the things you love to do. It's the best thing ever. It's amazing. And I'm teaching languages. Today I was teaching business English to different companies in Europe. And it's amazing experience. I met so many nice people. I had new groups today. And I was really excited. Yes, I haven't eaten. I know that's bad, but just today, yeah. But I have my bottle of water today. What about your day? How was it?
My day was good, actually. An hour ago, I was recording another podcast. So I have this Brazilian YouTube channel. Well, I call it Brazilian because they are mostly Brazilians, the other fellows. And we discuss geopolitics. We are very controversial. But that's, I think it's something you would relate to, no? Being controversial and not thinking twice before expressing your opinion.
You know what my students told me today? My new students, I had 10 new students, 5 in one group, the other one 5 group. They said EDYTA, you're so happy. That's so strange. I have never seen someone smiling and laughing like you. And they were like, God, this was the best English class ever. I was like, yo, yeah. I was so proud. That's so nice that I'm kind of like, I've been living in Brazil for like 10 years. And this experience had made me a better person, that today I am the kind of person who, not this is like a stupidly happy, but I know the value of life. I know what makes me happy. And every single little things make me like, they uplift me every day. The sun that is shining, the book I'm reading, the food I'm experiencing. You have to see me drinking coffee. I take 10 minutes.
Next time you bring your coffee.
Just, no, appreciate. You know what I mean? Yeah, life is about appreciation of every single moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the little details are very important because there's a lot about it. Like if you are able to contemplate something small that people don't notice, that tells that you are aware and you can pay attention to things. That tells you are in control of yourself and you're not distracted by rubbish. Like you have a focus, you have a path, and that's a great thing because there's something that you are doing that at least you know what it is. And if you are doing it wrong, at least you can correct it because you know that you are in that path. And that helps. Whereas if you are a zombie, just going here and there, chances are that you go wrong way, and then you don't know exactly how to amend that.
Interesting. In my notebook this week, I wrote a question. I'm going to show you my notebook. In this note, I have a notebook of questions. The question was the following. What is EDYTA? What is your distraction? What is your biggest distraction? Yeah. Of course, I know what people are going to say. They're going to say like social media, but it's not that. Like distraction when it comes to your thoughts. What thoughts do you have about you that limits your possibility, right? Limit you so much. And I discovered few of them. I'm working on them. So I believe like if you want to get somewhere, like calm down. I don't watch TV, like I don't watch TV. I don't watch news. I choose what I watch when I watch it. And I exactly choose who I follow on Instagram. I have like, maybe I follow 140 people only. The rest, I just like, not interested at all. Yeah. So this is so important. What is your distraction? Ask yourself. Yeah. What disturbs you? What thought about you is damaging your progress?
Maybe we can say like the devil is in the distraction.
Exactly. It's in details. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. How does your morning, Mr. Show, how does your morning look like? Vitor, tell us.
Well, I think it's very boring for people, but I like it, and I wouldn't change it for anything. So I started going to the gym pretty much every weekday. Okay, I don't do weekends, or sometimes I do the odd Sunday. I rather walk in the park on Sunday. That's just a personal decision. But between Monday and Friday, I pretty much go every morning to the gym around 6 a.m. And I go at 6 because that's the time that my gym is open. If the gym would be open earlier, I wouldn't hesitate. So I wake up at 5:45, do what I have to do as a man, and then walk to the gym. And at 6, I'm there. I don't do a lot. I just do 1 hour, but it's enough to energize me. It's like a booster, and I can really feel it. Even if right now I have an injury, so I cannot do everything I want. But even if I do something, I see the consequences throughout the day.
Absolutely, yeah. Exactly. And you do it even though you don't feel like, right? That's the key. Always.
Yeah. And also, I believe that since I started doing that, which was around December 2021. Yes, December 2021. I haven't stopped. And I learned how to do things that I'm not into because I do one every day. So if I have to put my hands on a task that's not very appealing, it's not a big effort because I can relate to going to the gym at 6 because at the beginning it was an effort. It was a natural. But with time, it became part of me.
Exactly. The routine, right? It's like a boring routine, but it has to be a routine, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like the habits, the little habits make the difference. Exactly.
I have a question for you. So you are working for 11 hours. And I wouldn't say that because you look very fresh.
Thank you. You know what? Just today, actually, I don't work as crazy like this ever, but today I had like special offers. People, they asked me to prepare for interview and so on. Yeah. So like job interviews, am I helping? But like normally, like it would be like 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours. Yeah. But I'm not that crazy. Yes. But today was the day which everything, happened. Today, our podcast, our first day. Yeah. But yes, I'm so proud of myself,
So
I survived.
you don't do breaks, anything like that?
I mean, I had a break for half an hour. I did, I did. Yes, I had a little break, but just today. But basically, I try to have more breaks. Yes. Well, you know what? I love it. The time was like with nice people. The time was going fast. Yeah. I love what I do. I do what I love. Yeah. So, and I do it on my terms. Yeah. I'm my
Yes.
boss. Yeah. So it's on my condition, and that's the
But then
most important as
you
well.
need to be a good boss for yourself.
Yes. Actually, I will tell you that I will have to praise myself. I'm quite good. I'm very
Go for it.
disciplined. I am very disciplined. That's true. I think I am one of the most disciplined people I know. I mean, like, not considering all those, those big heads, yeah, they're on internet or
Yes.
something, yeah. But I am. I regularly exercise. I eat very healthily. Yesterday, just I had this gap because it was really busy day. But like, yeah, I don't eat shit food, yeah, like processed and so on. And I have this routine. You know what's the best about the morning is the
Hmm.
programming yourself. You choose the thoughts that you want to think, guys. Like we have a lot of thoughts, yeah. So like calm down the brain, and then choose what you want to think. Because if you stand up and already you check out your social media, you text your friends, like, hello, who's gonna program you, yeah? So you will have to take responsibility for the way we think, yeah. And
Yeah, because like end of the day, the person you talk more often is yourself. You are doing self-talk all the time. Uh, like it or not, that's the way it is. Like you are with yourself for 24 hours. There's nothing
yes.
you can do about it. So you need
What's
to
your
be very
self-talk?
careful.
Vitor, what's your self-talk?
Well, my self-talk, it
The
really
controlled one,
depends.
yeah?
Yeah, the control, it really depends on the mood. I'm going to be very frank. I have an inclination for negative self-talk. I don't know exactly why is that, but I can easily expect very bad things to happen. I can fall into the pessimistic trap and be very scary about what's going to happen. Now, this might be a survival mechanism just to protect myself from bad outcome. It's good. It's like something that I think we are all built because, like back in the days, we were living in the jungles. There were like wild animals around. People need to be prepared to respond in case they were attacked by lions and big animals like that. So I think I still have some of that from the
I mean, the
from
question
those
is, does
days.
it serve you? Thinking like this, does it serve you?
No, but what I do is this. When I notice that I'm going that much that way, I start to think, um, what is this conversation would happen in my best friend's head, and I would be aware of it. And I noticed that that's not a good pattern. So what would I tell to that friend? Say, hey, watch your thoughts because the way they are orientating you, it's not great. So I try to step back, detach from my own uh, head, and try to think it's my best friend said that I need to give advice, and that helps
Exactly.
because otherwise I'm too much on myself.
Exactly. That's so true. Yes, talk to yourself as you would be talking to your best friend. That's what it is,
Yes.
yeah. I had this bad day yesterday. I'll be very honest. I was like, God damn, life sucks. Yeah, I stood this way. But I felt like EDYTA, like, how can you help yourself? I don't want people's approval and saying, oh my God, EDYTA, like, yeah, you the best ever, or I love you. No, 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 no. Like I felt like, EDYTA, what can I do today to look after you? So yesterday I really, like, of course I worked. Yes, I did my things. And then I felt like, EDYTA, what do you need? I really think this is important for women to ask yourself, if I'm sad, if I'm depressed, if I don't feel good enough at some point, ask yourself for this moment, what do you need? Do you need a cup of tea? Do you need to go for a walk? Maybe do you need to cry a little bit? Yeah. Do you need to maybe call your friend? Because I believe that the negative, I loved what you said about your insights. Yeah, you were very honest. Yeah, that you have negative thoughts. This is the truth about all of us. Yeah. So I don't think we should reject all the bad things we feel. I sometimes believe that you have to just let it go. Yeah. If you feel sad, I mean, I talk for myself. Yeah, like I cry, I feel bad, I call my friends, I let myself feeling that bad, even like for a few hours, so I can actually let those emotions go. Yeah. or just I observe. Yeah, there is a bad thought. I said like, okay, I thought that's bullshit. I don't like it. It doesn't serve me. It puts me down. But it's there. Okay, it's there. Okay, why is it there? Yeah. And then I ask myself, how can I change the thought? Is it true what I thought? Is it my thought or is it my mom's thought? Is it my sister's thought? Is it someone else's thought? Is it mine or is just someone program it into my brain? Yeah. And I think that's the best way. Yes. Seeing those bad things, replacing them, or just let them go. Like through the meditation. Yeah. When people meditate, what they say, when you meditate, you don't think about nothing. That's not true. It's just like calming down your thoughts. Yeah. Like calming down, of course, your brain. Yeah. Connecting and also observing what doesn't serve you. Right?
Yeah.
Do you meditate? Do you practice meditation?
Well, I think meditation these days, it's a very large concept. I think there are different ways of meditating. Right? Some people need to be in silence, they make sure that there are no distractions. Some people can meditate in the middle of a bus when they are commuting. Some people need just to go for a walk. I think there are different ways. And I believe that the reason why people meditate that much these days is because we don't pray. The praying became some sort of taboo, because praying is talking to someone that is, for most people, is not that evident, which is God. Which, okay, we can get into that. But I think it's kind of a substitution. And then there's this gap that people need to fill it one way or another. That's my perception. So I think everyone, at least like 5-10 minutes, should spend some time examining their own thoughts and try to declutter what doesn't make sense or what doesn't serve them. Just going through a process and see, okay, is it clear? Is there something here that is confusing? Do I need to fact check? What is it about? So I try to have at least, say, 2, 3, 5 minutes every day. I journal. That's a must. It's very relevant journal.
But so I said, yeah, I do. Yes, yeah, I have a lot of notebooks. I have like collection of notebooks like that, maybe. Yes, I have a journal. First one is negative thoughts and how to deal with them. The second one, my dreams and what's the first step I have to make to get where I want to arrive. Yeah, I have even a notebook of fears. I write my fears, and then I just go for them. Like, let's say I'm single, right? So when I was going, let's say I had the list of things the single person hates doing. Yeah, going alone to party, going to pub alone, or I don't know, like going to cinema. I did all of it. I remember the first day when I went to pub alone, I was like, I'm gonna die. What people gonna think of me? Oh God, she's alone. No, all this, no one wants her. And I was like, and when I went there, I ordered a drink and I was like, EDYTA, no one gives a shit. We think that we are in the attention of everybody's just looking at us. Oh, everybody's, what is this girl doing here? People, they live their own life, yeah? That's why I'm telling you, if you want to do something that you feel it's shaming, I don't know, you want to have a YouTube channel or you want to record something, remember that people who want to watch you, they're going to look at you for 1 minute and then you disappear from their memory, maybe like for some very long time. They're going to remind about you the next day, maybe. Because we are so kept into our lives. Why would I bother about your video? It's going to be a minute. That's why would we actually bother? So this kind of judgment that we have, prejudgment about what people think about us. Oh, damn, I go alone to party. I go to pub alone. I went to cinema. I just travel alone. Like, I don't ask anybody, hi, guy, can you make me happy because I'm so sad? Oh, my God. I love you, girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to nice places, yeah?
I would say for a female, it's trickier because, if a guy go on his own, okay, you might be seen as a lonely wolf, that's the only thing. And there is a stigma. But if a woman is by herself, people tend to think that she's searching for someone, which it's not the case for the most cases.
Actually, it's the other way around, yeah? I'm damn good here alone. Yeah, I went to the first pub. It was in Tacareia, and there were a lot of chairs. And some guys came and they say like, "Can we sit around?" And I was like, "Actually, you can take the chairs, but sit here. I'm not alone." And they were like, "You're not alone." I said, "God is with me," and they got so scared. She's crazy. I said, "You can take the chairs. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't need company." Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying about rejecting people. Yeah, I'm just saying like sometimes just let yourself be alone.
Yeah,
Listen
you
to your
need that.
thoughts.
You
Yeah,
need that. You need your own time. I
that
think
you need that.
it.
Yeah,
I think it should be not negotiable. You should take that time as precious, and you're not stealing from others. It's just something that you need for your own development. And I also noticed that if I spend some time alone, and then I'm going to meet someone a bit later, I'm a better person. I'm way happier. I'm more articulate. I have more to share. I'm more tolerant. I'm more open to what the person wants to tell me because I have my own time. So I'm like refreshed. Whereas if
exactly.
I'm always with someone, at some point I'm drained. So I'm making people's favor by spending some time by myself.
So interesting. And I think we should stop being scared of saying no to people. I kicked out this year three I thought really important people in my life. Really,
Mm.
like it's kicked out. What way? I'm never the kind of person who ignores. I sit a person say like, listen, that relationship doesn't serve me. It's toxic. I feel like you withdraw my energy. I don't feel comfortable around you, and I feel like you're trying to steal my light. So thank you very much. And I did it. And I know that there is a lot of people who live like in this toxic relationship, whatever, like with
Yeah.
husband, best friend, around family, and without setting limits. If you can't set limits, yeah, and you can't say people, listen, you don't teach people how to treat you, you know? It's not like I'm gonna, you men, Victor, I'm gonna tell you that you should be respectful. I'm not teaching men to be respectful. I'm just like, bye, cutting. And your story is about you, it's not about me. I don't think
Mm.
we should teach people respect. We should just cut them and tell them, listen, I taught you lesson. I just cut myself off from you, and I'm just going my way. Because
Yeah.
seriously, nowadays telling to our friends how they should treat us if they are being disrespectful, it's ridiculous.
Especially at our age, because they should have learned by now. You don't expect someone in their late 30s, we're not making a secret here of our age, to
Exactly.
to know how to behave. Because let's say if you are 20, 22, 25, I mean, people are still trying to find their way. But at this
You
point
can
in
make
time, they don't
mistakes,
know.
yeah. And
Yes,
you
they
make
need to.
choice, yeah.
Yes, 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 yeah, 100%. How was the pagode party?
If anybody has never been to Pagode Party, it was the best party ever. It was amazing. God. I've been living here in Brazil for 10 years, but that kind of party, the sound of the music,
Mm.
the guys, instruments, the dance, Brazilian people dancing, like the movement, the drinks, caipirinha, if someone hasn't tried, it's really good. My God, I was dancing till 5 o'clock in the morning. When I
Wow.
came home, I was like, I wanted to dance more. It was incredible, really. And I'm kind of a good dancer. I must be very honest.
People have to check your Instagram and see
Yeah,
your dance skills.
I love. Do you like? Have you ever been to Brazilian party?
Yeah, yeah, but
Like
more.
parties?
It was not related to a specific music style. They just call it Brazilian part, and they were like different. So this was in
Okay.
a club here in Dublin. They had like 5 different rooms, and in each of the
Mm,
rooms it was something like one there was a music, another one there was karaoke, another one people were just drinking, another one I think there was some sports. So you could choose what was more your type. So I wasn't none of them. To be honest, I was single back then. So I stay more time when there were more women. But that's what guys do when they are in the club.
exactly. Got it. Yes. So basically, do you like parties? Like in general, do you go to
Yes,
parties?
I mean no, of course not as much as before, but still, I like the vibe. I like the fact that you go there and there is something beyond the day to day life. So
Yeah.
that's a totally different context. There are things that are allowed on parties that are not allowed on the everyday life. So it's like going to another planet. And so I like that. I like this sort of exploration of interactions that you don't expect, and you can end up talking to people that you don't know. So the door is open, which is great. Okay, of course some
Mhm.
people can abuse. I'm aware of that,
Yeah.
but I think it's good because you can get to know individuals that you wouldn't talk to if it was during the day. So I think there is some exposure about the part that I think is good. Is try to make things happen in a different way. I have no problem people drinking and doing whatever they want, of course,
Yeah,
to a
there's
limit.
yeah, I don't. I'm not really, to be really honest. I'm not really a party girl. Like,
Hmm.
but if there is a nice music, yes, and pagode, I discovered it's so wonderful. I could go again. I'm probably gonna go again. And of course, with people, like I went with my friends, so I felt safe. Yeah, safety is important. It is important. Yes, but Brazilian people know how to have fun. That's so true.
For sure they do. For sure they do. We were in Brazil in September, myself and my girlfriend. We went to a pub, and the pub was very similar to the Irish pubs here, and they really liked it. But there was live music. I like live music very much, and people were singing. There was no dancing, or maybe it was too early. But I like the idea that people are joining the musicians. That they're not just playing for you, and there is this symbiosis between the clients and the musicians. They're not just entertaining. So I think it's good. I think overall music is great. Music is one of the best things in life.
God, Victor, you would have to see me. What's my tradition? When I finish my classes, I always put music. I bought a speaker and I dance. I take my microphone, and I love God. It's like this is one of my favorite moments of the day. Seriously, like dancing. It takes me half an hour to be a superstar in my own house in front of my own mirror. I love it. I think it's like this is stress releasing.
Yes.
Yes, it is what it is. Yeah. Because it feels like if you sit for very long in front of the computer, your body is asking for movement. Like, yes, or you have to run or do something.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, don't remember it was the 11th or 12th grade, but we were told to write an essay on the meaning of life. And I wrote one on music because Nietzsche has this sentence that without music, life is an error. So what I did, I just used what was back then my favorite music style, which is very different from pagode. It was heavy metal back then when I was 17. I'm still into that, but not as much as before. And I went through a few bands, and I tried to respond to that question: what's the meaning of life? Through their lyrics, to the way they were behaving on stage. And I remember my philosophy teacher was impressed because I made an essay almost like I was in university. She don't say, but why did you spend so much time doing that? It's not going to be published. But I was very proud of what I was doing, and I want to make sure that when it was over, I would be fully satisfied with it from A to Z.
Yes. So let me ask you a question, yes, because you're from Portugal. I worked with Portuguese people, in the very past, and they were very hardworking. But like, what's the culture like in Portugal of like meeting? Like, how does the social life look like in your country?
Yeah, one thing I found fun is that people meet for coffee. Okay, and coffees in Portugal are usually espresso, so they are very short. Like you can drink an espresso if you want in 20 seconds. Maybe you can drink in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but it will get cold. But people meet for that coffee, and they are there with that coffee for 2-3 hours. So I wonder how the coffee shops make profit. But that's a business question. And people meet for coffee, and that's enough. Now you can go out, and usually if you go out, you eat and drink. You just don't drink, like let's say here in Ireland or where we live in England. Or if you go drinking, that's always late. It's always after, let's say, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. There is always food on the table, and food is a big thing. Like you socialize when you are eating. When you are at the table, you are not just eating. You are engaging with others. There's always someone sharing a story or making a comment about something that's going on in the road. So the table matters a lot. So we really respect how we sit at the table, how we engage with each other. There are a lot of norms. Of course, some people care more than others, but I think the dining ritual is very important as a social habit. Yes,
it's just an excuse to have conversation and engage. That's so beautiful. Like basically, I was thinking about my culture. Yeah, I think like in Poland we also meet for like coffee, but more like a baked coffee or cappuccino, cafe latte, some cake. Yeah. And we also like talking. Yes, Polish people are very into conversation. Yeah, Brazilian people, yes, they like to talk, not as much as at night. They like music and it's very loud. And Polish people are very like we like a lot of Yeah, we have a lot of reflections, yes, like about life and so on.
Yes. And one thing I found very peculiar about Portuguese culture, and I would say it's a Mediterranean thing. In Poland, it's not as much as this, but maybe depends on generation. But anyway, in the south, that's exactly the norm. So let's say if we or the two of us are going for a coffee or a glass of wine or something, and there's another table where people are seated, and if we want to talk to them and we don't know them, we cannot just approach them. That sounds very weird. I need to know someone that is in that table that I can talk to them. And okay, you can come up with an excuse. So usually people hang out in groups. So there must be something happening where people talk between tables. So it's very hard to break that barrier. Whereas here in Ireland, it doesn't matter. You talk to everyone. You go to the bar. You are waiting for your beer. You talk to the person that is there seated at the bar, and then you go back. Maybe talk to someone on the way. It's much more open. But there, it's very, very strict. Very, very strict. So let's say, let's say I want to talk to someone who is, let's say I'm single and I want to talk to a girl that is next table. And if there is a guy on that table, I have to be very careful.
Yes.
Even if the guy is not her boyfriend, it might sound a bit invasive. So I need to think twice before I do something.
In Brazil, it's the same. I see there is a difference between Brazilian culture and Polish. Like, let's say, if there is a big group of people, and people want to talk to each other, that's okay from the perspective of Polish culture. If I have a husband and suddenly maybe we met with other people, it's okay to talk with other women. So basically, let's say different kind of people met together, it's okay to talk with another. In Brazil, it's totally wrong. Even if I am a couple, let's say we met together, let's say 5 couples met, it's not appropriate for me to talk to a man who has a wife or girlfriend. I think this is totally wrong about Brazilian culture.
Really?
Because it's like, I think it's like this. Brazilian women in general are very jealous. It's like kind of like it's protecting. I think this is so ridiculous because if I'm with my partner, I'm not an object. No one is owning me. I'm not your trofeum, I'm not your, the prize you've got. So I can respectfully and openly talk with other people because I know who I am. Yes, I know if I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm with this person, So there is like, but in Brazil, that's impossible. If there is a man, if I would approach him and he would have a girlfriend and we would be in the same place, even sitting one, it's really inappropriate, which is totally wrong because people, they understand relationship as prison. Relationship is not a prison. If I would be with someone, I was in a toxic relationship, very toxic one. I could not even look on the side because I would be judged. Did you like that guy? Did you speak with this guy? Why did you say hello like this? Why did you smile? Like, if a relationship becomes a prison, I'm out. So that's bad. I dislike it in Brazil. And people would say the same. If you talk to Brazilian people, they say, it is like this. You should not talk to guy.
I wonder why that. I think there's a lot of insecurity, and maybe people
because people believe that the relationship between man and woman is just sexual. This is they are believing. This is their belief in the culture. If I have a relationship with a man, it has to be sexual, 100%. But to be really honest, I have a lot of men friends, like from Poland. My sister has a lot of men friends, like friends really friends.
So you think it's possible friendship between a man and a woman?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's the big statement, huh?
It is a big step because it is possible, right? Like, and if someone is, I don't think that we are being attracted to every single person that we see, We can say like, okay, the guy maybe is my friend, he's a handsome man, but it doesn't mean that I am attracted to him. Like this way, maybe I'm attracted to his intelligence, to the conversation, or there's connection, between people. So in Poland, totally.
But I always think like I have like female friends, not many, but I can think of maybe 2, 3. But I always think that at the beginning, when we met, maybe one of us was into the other, and then things didn't happen, and we just pursue a pure friendship.
That's okay. That is okay too. It happens like this. It's true. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I can imagine. You can kind of consider. Do I like this person this way? But it's like kind of very not very conscious thought. Does it make sense? I don't think people dwell on it. It just comes to your mind, as a thought.
Yes,
the
yes,
way
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah. And then it's built like a friendship, and that's the way it is. And to be even odd that some sexual interaction will
But
happen.
Victor, but let's say even if I meet a woman, I'm thinking like, is she attractive? But it's not like she's attractive to me. I feel like, is she sexy? Like, oh, I like her. I
Mm.
like the way she looks. Like, wow, I love her shoes. Oh, she's very beautiful. Wow, she's sensual. I see that and I feel that. Does it mean that I'm attracted to her? No, but
Yeah.
I'm a human being. I can see and spot things
Mm.
with my own eyes. That's
But
why.
it's interesting. Like you can say that as a woman, and no one will make a nasty comment. If I assume that in public as a man, that I can say, "Oh, this guy is handsome. This guy is not that handsome." They might think, "Are you sure that your sexual orientation is not what they say on the internet?" Like women are allowed to say about each other, "She
So
looks good, she's out of shape." But if a man makes a comment, it's always perceived. I don't know why is that. I
maybe
think there's
because
more stigma.
I think we pay more. I think women we pay more attention to details than men. You know, I maybe it's that, yes, that we pay attention to simple things. And let's say women compare each other very much. That's very true, yeah. I feel like,
Mm.
oh, I love your dress. Oh, you look great in red. Maybe I'm gonna buy a red dress. Maybe I would look good in it. You know, like in a very healthy, in a healthy relationships, it helps. You know, like my friend, she cut her fringe. Like she's my best friend. I was like, maybe I'm gonna cut the fringe as well, like to see how is that, yeah.
Mm.
Because that's what I'm telling you. That's why we always are very similar to five people we make friends with, yeah. Not with the men, probably, but it doesn't make sense. Like we kind of, yeah. People they
Yes,
have
yes.
similar taste.
Yeah, there is a guy on the internet called Dan Pena. He's an entrepreneur, American one. And he says, show me your friends, I will show you a future. And I would fully agree with that. Like
I
you
agree with
can
that.
easily predict where are you going to be, how you're going to look like, what words will come out of your mouth just by paying attention to the people you spend more time with. They are absolutely
Next,
they're
yeah,
also telling
they're
to what's going
connected.
to happen. You can be sure. You can be sure there is some of them on you. Maybe with guy A, you have more than with guy C, but there is something about guy C on you. Maybe more than you can imagine.
Exactly. But this is interconnected with solitude. This is connected with why people can't be alone. Why so many women after toxic relationship they go into another relationship?
Yeah,
Why is that people can't just stay quiet in their place, in their peace? And we rush. We humans, yeah, we rush into relationship. Oh, I don't want to be alone. You know what? I prefer to be alone than be with, like I talk about also friends, yes, around people that don't serve me. They don't bring anything to the table. I know how much I bring to the table. If
mm,
you don't bring like my and a little bit of it, thank you very much. You know, like bother in a different place. Like I don't. I really made friendship with myself, and it was God a lot of work. You know, therapy, reading, studying. Like I know what does it mean. It sometimes bothers me to be alone. Like, you know, of course we all want relationships, like with friends, with so on, with people. But if you choose people over your own needs just because you feel lonely, so you fucked up.
yeah,
You
yeah,
will, and you
big
always will
time.
be. If you don't know who you are, what you want, other people will tell you. Oh my God, they will show you like this with finger, and you follow them. Yeah. So, but I don't.
Mm.
I don't judge. I know it's a very difficult process. It's not like, it's really difficult. I know that I went through that way. Yes. So, and I'm still on that path. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good to have standards. It
Standards.
seems like
Yes.
it seems like a taboo, like that you are very strict, that you want to make sure that the people tick
I'm a
all these
lady.
boxes.
Exactly. People
But
precise.
it's absolutely necessary that otherwise it's an open door policy, and everyone is welcome. Like you need to have criteria, and actually, when you have criteria, you are valuing yourself and valuing the people that you welcome. So it's a win-win. Like if someone is able to cross the line, that tells a lot. That tells that you really appreciate the way they are, and what they can bring to the table. So they should be happy about it. It's not that someone is arrogant or anything like that. You want to make sure that there is a real match, and you want to avoid just messing around.
Yeah. I will tell you, like in all my, yes, I just know through all people I know a lot of people. I just know one successful couple. Just my best friend, Basia. She's from Poland. She's been with her husband for 20 years. They are really successful, happy couple, still having sex, enjoying themselves, and so on. I don't know one woman, seriously, anybody's listening, who's happy in a relationship. And they say like, oh, but it could be worse. I hate this guy, but or financial reasons. So if you settle for very little, you're gonna get very little. I am on my queen mode, you know. Like you have to be on your queen mode. Like you want me? Oh my God. So yeah, I believe one day maybe. Of course, I want to meet someone wonderful. Yeah, but who is on my he's on my, you know, I have a list like what a man should be. Then you have to become the list you made.
You want to say like 2 or 3 things just for people to think about it? Is there like 2, 3 criteria that you want to share?
I mean, okay, let's say 3. Okay, let's have an example. There's a lot of them, yeah? Someone has to be emotionally intelligent to be on the same level of conversation. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm talking about my needs, my emotional needs, my sexual needs, my spiritual needs, the person has to be able to listen. Not that you have to give me everything, yeah? Like no one is God, yeah? But you have to be able to relate to what I'm saying and listen. And the same way, yes? So conversation, having an open conversation, being very honest. So someone has to give me space so I can become myself. I can be myself. If I can't be myself and someone is restricting the colors of the clothes I wear or the way I talk, the way I live my life, not really. Of course, the second, I mean, the first one should be being loyal, yes?
Yes.
But not just loyal to me, like treating, but like loyal to what I told you, loyal to my emotion, yeah? Considering what I'm feeling, yes? And yeah. And the third one, I mean, there has to be like, there has to be content. Because if there is no conversation, of course, sexual, like, attraction, of course, like some the basic of the basic, but content there. What can you do with a person during one apartment? Sex, what takes what? How many minutes? For some people, maybe hour, yeah? What about the daily life, yeah? Having nice coffee together, making something, doing shopping together, simple life together. Quality, simple life quality, exactly, like on a high level, just liking each other, yeah, each other's company.
So we have here our good friend Victor telling hello.
Hello, Felipe. Thank you for being here. It's our zero episode, yes.
So Flip, by the way, let me tell people out there, myself and EDYTA, we got to know each other through Flip, because EDYTA was in Flip podcast. I don't know when was that, maybe end of last year.
Yeah.
And you are, so he is from Bahia, where EDYTA lives, and I saw the podcast, and I was very keen to talk to EDYTA. I said, I'm going to bring her to my podcast. I started, as people know, this journey in January, and finally I had her in my show in August. So Flip is our mutual friend. I'm very happy that he's listening to us. And I want to tell people that tomorrow I'm going to be in Flip show. So that's something for people who listen Portuguese to watch.
Amazing. That's amazing. Yes. That's just a beginning, people. Yes.
Yeah, we want to be as successful as Flip. I think Flip is a great example of someone who knows what he wants. He is dedicated, and he's aware of the stuff. Like I find him very professional. At the beginning, you're not sure because he's very informal and all that. But once you get to know him, wow, this man knows how to do things.
But Victor, what I think, I have like approach like that. If we record, yes, ourselves, like we will have this podcast and we will say a one word, a one sentence that's gonna become a little seed in someone's head to this first step to change, if we can change one person, like one person's thought, maybe not change, but help someone thinking differently, bring different kind of idea, maybe, taking the first step to, I don't know, to go to the gym, read books, develop, that's like, it's like saving whole world,
Yes.
But that person has a wife, that person maybe is a father, he's a friend. So like, I think this way, if there is someone who's listening, I will be listening to that and say like, God, I like that and that idea. I like what they said. So we already saved the world.
Yes, that's actually That's actually, I don't know if you are aware of not, but that's actually a Jewish sentence from the Talmud that whoever saves a life saves the whole world. And it is in Oscar Schindler's tomb in Jerusalem. So that's a very old, wise way of approaching life and approaching humanity as such. That it doesn't matter if you do a massive job with plenty of people. If you are able to orientate someone in the right direction, you are already made to heaven.
I think like if someone asks us, we can make a video about it. Why should people watch us? I will tell you why should people watch us, because they should. Because like I would talk about myself, because more, yes, then you speak about yourself more. But I think like we've been through many things. I've been through many bad things like divorce, toxic relationship for a very long time. Let me just connect a charger. And of course, like development when it comes to studies and so on. Yeah. And today I must say, like I arrived, not that I arrived yet, but I live a happy life. I'm not a millionaire, not yet, but like I enjoy my life the way to the fullest, you know. I'm the kind of person who goes around and I'm the one who's uplifting others. So it's like I've been through so much, and I think it's good to share like how did I do it? Yeah. How did I get to the point of feeling happy, standing up and being grateful and living peaceful life of myself, more peaceful than ever, having great relationships, I think I'm a valuable mother. I have a great relationship with my son. My son is a reflection of me, yes. So it's like
That's
those
great.
little things, yes. Like life is not just made of $1 billion people, yeah, just Ferrari and beautiful house. I know a lot of miserable people living in a beautiful house, driving maybe not Ferrari, but a great car. And they're miserable and they're unhappy because they don't know what life is about. Life is about enjoying every moment.
Yes, and relationships. That's what matters the most, you know. I was actually having lunch with one of my best friends today. It was great. I haven't seen my mate for a good few months, and we really really get along. And every time we meet, let's say in an hour, we can talk about 10 topics. It was always like that. We are good friends for 10 years, and we can start talking about even some trivial topic like football, and then we move to relationship, then we talk about work, and then we talk about the weather, then we talk about books and travel and women, and then God knows what. And and it just goes that way. And somehow all the topics are together because there is this energy exchange we have that we build it. We just build it. So and the more I think the more we know each other. Yes.
How many people is lonely? How many people doesn't have even one person to talk to? Yes, like.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people, but being connected to people like the way I am, it's very few people. I can count them on the hand.
Yes.
Removing two fingers, very little list of people that you really connect, but we have them. We're so blessed, you know. One friend, it's a blessing.
It is. I like one thing you said. I mean, I like many, but one that just refer that living to the fullest. And I've been thinking about this, and I don't want to just make some, sentence that looks good because there are some alliteration. But I think either you live to the fullest or you live like a fool. There's nothing in between. There's nothing in between. You have to choose. Or you go around like a fool, or you live 100%. And I make my decision. I want to live to the fullest. I want to make sure that I'm at the best of my ability. And if I'm not, it's because there is something stronger than me that I need to fight and make sure that I can look for an alternative path. That's okay. That's okay. Yes. But I think acting like a fool, it's absolutely forbidden.
Yeah, and I like also what Buddha says, like life is full of suffering. So let's not fool ourselves that like life is just happiness, and no, life is also crying, feeling upset, disappointed. But it's just how you embrace the life, how you approach it, right? We all suffer, we all feel sad, we all feel disappointed. But you choose your own misery, as you said, we choose our own misery.
So for our episode 1, we can think about something that's a bittersweet, that looks looks a bit looks like agony, but you can turn into something positive. Let's say the toxic relationship. In a sense, it's something that will make you miserable. But maybe that's a transformation process that you need to go through.
Yeah, I opened my spam. I was like, "Oh, I think I remember that guy who I was with relationship with."
There's a lot of material there. I can see a lot of material.
My God, I will be writing a book one day.
And another one, like contrary to our parents, that now we have everything recorded because people exchange private message, WhatsApp.
Great. It has to go. Yes, it has to go to the world. Yeah. Has to be spread.
So you need to be very careful because everything you say is recorded and people can show to others.
No, no worries. That's why it should be recorded. There's a lot to say. No worries. No names. Yeah, that's no problem. Just like
no
experiences.
We don't make anyone popular here except ourselves.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Right, guys. I think we're gonna finish for today, but we'll be here every Wednesday at 8 Irish Portuguese time. So if you are on this time zone, if you are in continental Europe, will be 1 hour ahead. If you happen to be
4 o'clock in Brazil,
4 o'clock in Brazil. If you happen to be in America, that's a calculation that I'm not going to get busy with because it's too complicated for me now. We will come up with some spicy topic. As you can see, we are very open-minded. We have no issues to talk what we think, and we're gonna touch base on things that most people don't expect. Flip is asking,
exactly. So you're invited to follow us and watch and participate in the conversation. Yes, we have to invite. I have to invite some people. I haven't invited anybody. I really didn't have time. I tell you, I will be inviting people.
Maybe one day we can have Flip here, just to switch roles. No, he was the interviewer. He said, "What if I live in Acre?" So Flip is doing here the poor minority who is being neglected. If you live in Acre, then you need. I think it's 1 hour less.
That's complicated. Yes.
Yes, complicated. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow, Flip. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Exactly, Felipe. Thank you for watching. Yeah.
So, guys, I hope I can see everyone next week, same time, same place. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification about the topic. You can see what will be about. If you find this conversation fruitful, share with others. There are many ways to do it. These days, as WhatsApp.
Give a like.
Give a like. Yeah, like. Thumbs up. If you only like EDYTA, you didn't like myself, you can give a like anyway.
You can also give a like. If you didn't like him, if you didn't like me, you like him. No problem, girls.
It's more likely to be the other way around, but okay. Yeah. So I hope to see everyone next week. And very important, if you speak Portuguese, I'll be in Flip or Boulder. That's the name of the podcast tomorrow. And follow each other, myself and EDYTA on YouTube, Instagram. EDYTA very much into Instagram. You're gonna see her dancing skills.
Dancing skills. Great. Perfect.
Okay. See you next week, guys.
Thank you, Victor. Yes. Thank you for conversation and good night.
Yeah. Take care, guys.